Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of my pay-to-play flipping series, where we're going to go from 0 to 100 mil using the Grand Exchange only. Also, the membership we're going to renew only with bonds, not just because I'm poor, which I am, but just because I would like to have a challenge, and I think it makes for a fun video. So in today's episode, we still end up doing a lot more potion flipping, and now I thought about kind of cutting through it quickly, because we have done a couple episodes that have been almost entirely focused on flipping these potions. This episode is pretty much the last one. Near the end, we start doing some different things. I thought about cutting it out, but it's kind of important to keep it in there because it is more accurate that way. This is a lot of what flipping is. You're going to run some items to the ground. As long as it's working, you should keep doing it. Of course, I want to keep the videos interesting, so I'm trying to balance the two between the most optimal way to make money and trying to still make for an interesting and entertaining video. So I'm kind of trying to compromise here. I do the potions sometimes and do some other items as well. But this will be the last, hopefully last episode that's mainly focused on flipping the potions. Again, if you're a little bit tired of this, you can just skip this episode. The next one we'll be doing some different stuff. But I thought it'd be a little more detrimental to be cutting my progress because you'd be a little confused on what happened. And again, it's not super true to what flipping nature is really. So yeah. Enough of intro, we're going to start at about 7.3 mil, and yeah, we'll see where we can get today. Okay, so first up here, we're going to do the energy potion. It looked like it has about 26 GP margin on it after calculations and everything. We're buying it for the high price, so we should buy these pretty quickly, if not instantly. Let's have a quick look here. Okay, we didn't buy any, so we will come back with a second item then. And next up, we're going to do the super strength potion. This one actually had 137 GP margin on it. It's definitely a more expensive item for sure, but it's still definitely worth doing. These are really popular, obviously, for PKing almost anything. So yeah, we'll buy them for the low price, which is 40.75, and we should get about 137k in each one. I don't think we can afford the cap out, so we'll just buy 1,000, and that should net us about 140k, which is pretty good. And last up here, we're going to do the anti-poison again. This thing has a 200 GP margin if I buy it for the high price. You can see why I'm having a problem giving up these potions. They're just so good. So we're plopping this in for the high price. Yeah, none of them bought, but still, I mean, I should get some of these and it will be good in my profit. So we will check back in a couple hours when these are bought. Okay, so we're still waiting on the anti-poisons, but the strength potion and the energy potions have all sold. So we'll just calculate what we made on those quickly. So the strength potion, we got 106 GP margin after calculations, and we got about 1,000 of those, giving us about 106k, which is pretty nice. The energy potions, we got 24 GP margin on, and 2k of those, giving us 48k. So pretty standard, nothing too exciting, but also completely steady progress, which is nice. So we'll probably just toss the anti-poisons in at a lower price, but we'll find a couple more items to start first. Okay, so coming up here, we got a totally brand new item. Jokes, it's super anti-poison. It looks like it has actually like a 300 GP margin on it, so it can't not do it. It's so hard. But these are just working so well. Maybe I'll just have to get a really popular video to ruin this method so I can move on to something else. But yeah, it has a 300 GP margin on it, so we're going to buy 2,000 of those. Why wouldn't we? And we'll get one other item at least going on here. And the magic potion has a 66 GP margin on it as well. I'm not making this stuff up, guys. Just go check it. I mean, seriously, just do it. It's so easy to do. I'm making loads of money doing it. I've been doing this for almost a week now. Look, magic potions instantly bought for the high price, but either way, that's still leaving us with 66 GP margin on each one, which when we get 2,000 of those, that is 133k. The magic potions themselves are super cheap. Like, that only cost me, I wonder if we can open the history again. Yeah, it only cost me 774k, and I'm getting 133 back. And keep in mind, we are instantly buying the item. So again, just go do it so it ruins it, and then I can move on to something else. So yeah, we'll plop it in for 605, and we'll get one more item going. And lastly here, we're going to do the ranging potion. I can see my history there. I mean, it's just literally the next potion I tried. I'm not even thinking about this too much. I'm just kind of popping in potions, and they almost all have profit for them. So this one we're going to get about 100 to 150 GP profit on. I think we can only afford 1,000 of them. Definitely can't afford 1,500. Closer to 1,000. So we'll plop it in there for 2.1k, and we will come back when some of the stuff had bought and sold. So everything has sold, including the anti-poisons, everything in total. So we will do a calculation of everything here. We did pretty well for ourselves on this flip, even though it was just the potions again. So we will collect all of these and we'll start going down what we made. So to start with, we will do the super anti-poisons. So on those, we got 144 GP margin, and we did buy all 2,000 of those. So that's 288k, which is really nice. Next, the magic potions, we got a 66 GP margin on, and again, we bought all 2,000 of those. We have the history open here, so you might be able to see, but maybe not. But anyway, the magic potions, we got 131k. The anti-poisons, we got the 150 GP margin on as well. And again, we got all 2,000 of those, and we got 300k from the anti-poisons. The ranging potions, we got 207 GP margin on it, but we only got 177 of those, so that's only 26k. So we did very well. It's over 750k from that flip. And yeah, so we'll get some new items going. So first up here, we're going to do the magic potion. It has a 40 GP margin, and it is such a cheap item that's very good, actually. So we'll buy 2,000 of these for the low price of about 380 GP, and we'll get a couple more items going. So the ranging potion had a 115 GP margin on it, which is pretty good as well. So we'll go buy a couple thousand of those, which should hopefully net us 200k. So we'll buy them for 2.2k, sorry, and we'll probably get at least one more item. Next up will be the energy potion, another very good item if you are low on cash, but still want to do some very lucrative flips. So we'll buy them for 332 coins only, and we'll get 2k of those, and we'll get one more item as well. And lastly here, we're going to do the anti-poison again. This item still has, even among the realm of potions that I've overdone, this one is still probably one of the best. It has about 200 GP margin, and it's a very cheap item. So we'll come back when everything has sold. So the flips have all sold, and we did pretty well for ourselves again here. So on the anti-poisons, we got 823 we managed to buy, giving us a 125 GP margin, which gives us about 103k. So pretty decent. The ranging potions, we only got 37 of them, and at 135 GP margin, we got about 5k. So not so good on that one. The energy potions, we got a 66 GP margin, and we got all 2,000 of them, so that's 132k. And the magic potions, same thing, we got all 2,000 of them, but about half the margin, so we got 65k. So pretty good, pretty standard, but we probably made another 300k. So yeah, let's do a couple more of these. So for our first new item in quite a while, we're going to do the Ring of Wealth. This was actually done at the recommendation of one of my viewers. So we'll try this item out. It has about a 500 GP margin on it, which is pretty decent for the price it is. But we'll give it a shot, so we'll put it in for 30.1k. And we'll see how many we can buy here. We'll get maybe 250, maybe not that many. We'll go for 200. And then we'll try to find one extra item as well. Okay, so we're going to do the energy potion. It has about a 30-40 GP margin on it, which is pretty standard for the item. It's very common, which is still really nice. That's about 60 to 70k we'll make on it. So we'll buy a couple thousand of these. Okay, and next up we are going to do the redwood logs. It only has a 25 GP margin on it, but it's definitely lower than it normally is, although I checked the graphs and they seem to be crashing slowly, but we'll give it a try. I've flipped these once before and they work decently well. So we'll put it in for 1275, and we'll buy 1,000 of these or something, or 1,200. And make sure I have the right price in here. What am I doing? No. Put the price back. Put the price back. What am I? Okay, we almost goofed that up a bit. Let's check here. Okay, so 1275 is the buy price. So we'll go do that again. I don't know why I'm freaking myself out. These clips were recorded a little while ago, but I still don't understand what I'm doing. So we'll put it in for 1275 and do 1,500 of them. Okay, so all the flips are in, and we were moderately successful on all of them. The Rings of Wealth, we got about a 300 GP margin on, but I would like to try them again because they did buy and sell pretty quickly, and even that, we were still going to make a decent amount of money from them. But yeah, so the Rings of Wealth, we got actually 280 on each one and 200 rings. That's 56k from the rings. The energy potions, unfortunately, I think we got the most from again. So we got 52 on each potion, and 2,000 of those makes about 103k. And the redwood logs, we got about 25 on each. about 1,500 logs gives us about 36k. So about 200k in total, so not unhappy with the flip, but we're still kind of experimenting with the items, trying to find some that will beat the potion. So let's go try a couple new items. I tried so hard to find a new item, but I just could not find one with a decent margin, and these still have a 40 GP margin on it. We're going to be gone for a couple days, so we're going to buy 6k of these, and we'll try to find something new, I promise, but well, let's give it another try. Okay, so something weird happens here. We thought we messed up again, so we put the Rings of Wealth in for 29,705, and we hit confirm, and then they insta-buy it, which is weird. So I thought I just put it for the wrong price, but I look here and I definitely did not. So if this ends up being a flop, it's not 100% my fault, because we put it in for, the low price, 29,705, and the insta-bot, so we have to check out. See, look at that. Oh, I see what I did. Okay, so what happened is I bought the wrong rings. I bought the Ring of Wealth uncharged. Oh my god, I think I'm cursed. So I guess we'll have to go sell these off at probably a loss. So whatever, we'll go dump these in for whatever their low price is, and we'll find something else. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of a throwback. We're going to do the rune arrows again. Just because I don't want to pick a potion. I'm fighting to not do it. So we'll buy them for 120 coins each, and we'll get the maxed out buying limit of 11,000. Nope, 10k. Alright, so we'll come back when this stuff is sold. Okay, so we were actually able to sell the Rings of Wealth at only a 1 GP loss, which I count as a win. That is pretty good. See, look, we bought them for 27,996, and we sold them for 27,995. So I think that should be counted as a win. We didn't suffer any losses from another mistake. So that is, you learn from your mistakes, and if they don't cost anything, that is the best kind of mistake. Okay, so we only lost 200 GP from the rings, and we got 74 GP margin on the energy potions, giving us about 50k. So overall, could have been much worse. So we're not giving up, we will try the rings again. But first up, we are going to put some potions in, of course. So we'll put them in. This had about a 50 GP margin on it, so we'll do another 2,000 of those. If you're wondering why I take a couple off, it's just because if you hit the buying limit exactly, you can't check the margin again, which is a bit of a pain. So yeah, we'll put it a little bit less than 2,000 and find something else. Okay, so next we're going to do the super defense again. This item has worked out quite well if you have about 4 or 5 mil to buy it with. This has about 150 GP margin, giving us about 300k, assuming we buy these all. And we'll get at least one more item going as well. And surprisingly, the regular strength potion actually has a really huge margin on it. I think it's like 200 GP, which is a little odd. So we're going to try this item out. It is a new item, but not really. So I think we're actually going to fill up the top slot here. So we'll do one more item. And lastly here, we're going to have just enough for one more potion. We'll do the super anti-poison. Can't afford this many. We'll have to do like 1,800, but it had about 150 GP margin on it, so I think we're going to make a pretty decent amount on this flip, but we'll come back and know for sure. So the flips are in, and we have bought pretty much everything that we wanted and sold it all, so this is a pretty full flip, which is nice. So we'll start with the worst flip. The worst flip is the energy potions. We got 23 GP margin on those, but we did get all 2,000. So about 45k from those. Next best was the strength potion, which we got a 35 GP margin on. Still got all 2,000. It's at 75k. Next, the super defense. We got only 58 GP margin on, unfortunately, but we still did get 2k of them. That's 116k from that. And the super anti-poisons were the best. We got 133 on each one. And we got nearly 2,000, so about 240k from that. Really good flip. We got about 500k from that. And we'll do a couple more of these. We'll try to get up to the 10 mil mark maybe, and then we'll end the episode. Okay, so first up will be the Strength Potion 3. We'll do a couple thousand of these. Again, at about 30-40 GP margin on it, so pretty decent. Next up, we'll do the Energy Potion. Again, at about 30-40 GP margin on it, so it's pretty decent. We're doing 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, because we're going to go to bed pretty soon. So we'll try to buy more of these overnight at least. And lastly here, we're going to do the Ring of Wealth, which actually has about a 2k margin on it right now, which is really good. So we'll go ahead and do this item as the last one. So we totally lucked out on this one. The Rings of Wealth rose by like 5k, and I managed to sell them for that, about 37k, sorry. So that's insane amount of profit from that one. So we'll go ahead and go through the other items first. So the energy potions we actually only broke even on, which is a little annoying, but I'm not too disappointed because of the Rings of Wealth. The strength potions, we did get all 4k of those, and a 32 GP margin gave us about 130k in profit. But look at the Rings of Wealth. They rose by like 5k overnight. We sold them for about a 6k profit each and got 150 rings. That's 865k in profit. I wish we'd bought more. But look at that, we're in the green stack. We got 10 mil and we're on day 3. So we are doing very well for ourselves. We can hopefully get up to 11-12 mil before we have to renew our bond. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I promise going forward we are not going to do as many potions. I will still do them, but it's not going to be the main focus of the episode. So thanks for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed, just hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in episode 8.